Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to 12 Minutes with Design Thinkers. As the name suggests, this series features some of the top design thinkers of our time. Our guest today is Gautam Sinha, the founder and creative director of Nappa Dori. Welcome, Gautam. So let's start with what do you think is good design? There's been a lot of conversation about the principles of good design. Let's hear from you.
Well, I actually have a quote which is in my office and even in the stores, which is like, good design is clear thinking made visual. And that's something that we kind of live by at Nappa Dori as well, in terms of how we look at design and how we try to interpret it in our products. You know, simplicity is the most difficult thing to achieve when you're coming out with a good design. And that's something that we try to take into account when we're doing our collections.
So is it just collections or the interiors of the stores as well?
Yeah, so that's what I was coming to. Even the interiors, even the entire ethos of the brand, what kind of smell you have in the stores, the way it's lit, the music that you end up playing. You know, it's all a part and parcel of how you're trying to represent yourself.
So tell me a little bit about your London store.
It's in Covent Garden, central London. We opened this about 2.5 years back, right before COVID hit. So not the best timing, as you can see. We were operational for at least 6-7 months before the entire city got into lockdown. So that was a bit of a road bump, a massive one. But the store is, again, similar to something that we do back home here in India. And it has obviously our entire range of products, but at the same time, it has our Cafe Dori offering, where we do sell masala chai and in clay pots to the English audience and to the world audience. Actually, London's like a really cosmopolitan city. So it's one of our key boutique stores.
I'm sure it's going to be very well received, especially the masala chai. And of course,
it is actually. It's a big hit over there. I think a lot of people Instagram it. A lot of people know in that area in central London that there's an Indian brand that is there that does the best masala chai in town. So yeah, it's got a really good response.
Yeah. So, you mentioned that you sort of opened it right at the time when COVID hit. So now what is the market like right now? I mean, and what do you think it's going to be like going forward?
It's a slow transitional period in terms of retail, and especially in the line that we are in. We are doing retail accessories, we are doing bags, laptop bags. People aren't going to office, completely for the last 2 years. So who's buying laptop bags? Where are you taking your bag? And it's been a difficult period, but I feel as the world is coming back to some type of normalcy and people are going out and people are going back to work, it's going to turn around really quickly. People are in the mood to get and experience places, experience things. And I feel this is the time when you can actually bank on certain things, and really take it home. And we need to be on top of our game in that aspect and cater to today's needs.
So tell me about some of the new launches that are planned. Any new sort of product lines that you'd like to talk about that you're planning, and also where else in terms of expansion? What are the other cities that you plan to open the store in?
Well, the most current thing that's going to happen, like the next launch, is our shoes, and which is something that we've really worked hard on. I'm super excited about it. I've not been excited about some collection or some product line more than this. It's been pretty close to my heart. It's like something that I have always struggled to find within India. Whenever I travel the world, I end up buying a pair of shoes, but I've never actually, in the last 10 years, bought a pair of shoes back home. And it's something that I've been really, really hard. And we've really worked hard to get this line going. And I'm just excited to see how people respond. And in terms of launches and in terms of how the brand is going forward, in the next couple of months, we are opening 2 new stores, which is really big for us, considering that we've been hit by COVID and the entire people, like everyone's shutting stores and we are the ones who are opening them, because of the simple fact that I'm a believer in the fact that tactile retail is not going to go anywhere. We are very, very keen on opening new locations We are aware of the fact that people have been home for the last 2 years, and people like to experience things, in reality. Everything can't be online. Even this interview is online. Like, I'd rather have an interview face to face, and so certain things will change. And we are opening our first store in March. In Bandra, in Waterfield Road, and Bandra has been on our radar for the longest time. So it's something that we are very excited about. Along with it, I'm opening my second international location, which is in Dubai. Hence, I'm here right now. I'm talking to you from Dubai. It's under works. I think we'll be open by mid-March as well. And this is more or less in the similar grounds as what we have in Delhi, our concept store warehouse. So this one's also in a warehouse. We are doing Cafe Dori, we're doing Nappa Dori, we're doing Dori Living, the entire gamut of things over here. So it's really exciting times.
So you spoke about the shoes. I'm sure they're going to be amazing. I want to know, other than the shoes, which is your favorite product from your collection, from your store?
See, there's one product obviously that's closest to my heart are the trunks. I started off with that 11 years back. The product line hasn't changed since then. The trunks are still the same. And for a product to sustain itself and stay there relevant for 11 years is a really, big testament to the type of product it is and the type of design it is. So it's one of the things that has stayed closest to my heart. It's something that has become more or less like a benchmark product for us in terms of designing further.
Well, this is all very interesting, and all the best to you with the new launches and the new stores. But before I let you go, I want to know, what are your interests outside of work? And which is your favorite book?
Oh, wow. Interests outside work. My life revolves around work. I've never really even thought about it. But obviously, I love music. I love, taking time out. Traveling is something that is therapeutic for me. I like going to flea markets whenever I'm traveling to different cities in Europe and just like experimenting and treasure hunting and seeing what you can get. If you can get some nice design or something that inspires you in a certain way. Coffee is obviously one of my passions, and I love brewing it, making it, doing everything that's related to coffee. So something that I've really enjoyed for the longest time. And in terms of books, I think one of my favorite books is Mr. Nice by Howard Marks. It's nothing related to what I do or how I am, but it is a autobiography, and it is one wild journey that man has gone through, and I would recommend that to everyone.
Thank you so much, Gautam. Thank you for speaking to us.
Thanks so much. Pleasure.